Welcome back to episode 2 of Catching Cheaters in GeoGuessr. Last time we caught some cheaters, this time I'm sure we'll find some cheaters as well. Here we go. So yeah, Norway spends a lot of time looking at this pub. Looks at it for like 30 seconds, I bet. Okay, I just quickly Googled this place for him as well, and it does come up immediately as Floro. I mean, he went to 5K, it zoomed right in on it. The other thing is that I thought I saw it say right at the start, yeah, Floro. That's actually kind of crazy. I don't really know what they're doing here with this text Flora, and they put the thorn over top of it. That's kind of wild. They changed their name? I don't know. Obviously guilty. Okay, we are in Argentina. 800, 900, no moving. Maybe same person. This is a map of Cordoba province, actually. That's hilarious. But I mean, he's looking at this. He didn't even look at the map. What? Final guess. Right in the city? I have no doubt. 100% confident. Alright, okay. Looks at plates. We got the red and orange signs. Probably Poland. Looks like Poland. That's Polish. That's Poland. What are you even searching here? I mean, he's spending a huge amount of time here. Doesn't even get a good guess. Tried and failed to search this? I don't know. Weird. But not obvious. Okay, 1000 to 1100. Moving game. Alpine. Austria, yeah. I mean, there's probably not much more for me. I'm probably sending just to roll or whatever and not worrying about it too much. Unless there's super high multis. Doesn't really say anything there. Didn't spend that much time looking at that sign. Goes back to look at it, whatever. Fine. Nothing suspicious so far. It's all good. Looking at this sign. Okay, this is where we find out. Oh, we didn't look at that for very long at all. Rank wall. He just zooms in right on it. Oh, he probably just looked in this side of the mountains and then saw that. You can see that from pretty far zoom. That seems fine. Right? What's the zoom level you need to see rank well? Rank vile, rank. Yeah, like, okay, you're just zooming in on this region and you're looking from left to right. First thing you see. I mean, I've had some times where I'm scanning something and it's the first thing I see. It happens. Okay, totally fine. Not guilty, not guilty. He's fine. Okay, 1000 to 1100. North America. Looks like Canada. Looks like Ontario. I mean, these waste management bins look like the ones we have here in Canada for sure. Doesn't look like where I live. Looks like Ontario. It says Sudbury right there. Absolutely nothing suspicious. Even if he clicks Sudbury, it's like, oh, you saw that? Sudbury. And now he's going to go find a street sign and try to 5K this. That's fine. Yeah, just middle click Sudbury. Totally fine. I see nothing wrong with any of those. Okay, moving 1000 to 1100. Russia, obviously. Looks normal so far. No signs that way. Turns around, tries to find some signs. Sees some place names. Takes a look. Takes a look. Zooming in right on Alta Cray. Finding that right away. I'm not going to say cheating for sure. I don't know if he really had time to Google that anyways. Finds the intersection. The most suspicious part about this is the zoom right at, so he sees this and zooms. So none of these three places are visible from this zoom level. Maybe if, I mean, 1000 to 1100, I don't know. Maybe he's memorized the capitals of the various oblasts. I don't know if one of these is even that. Right? You know, maybe you practice Cyrillic because this does say Altaisk, and then you're zooming in right on Altai. I mean, he doesn't spend long enough for me to think about this, right? You can see this pretty easily. The zoom is suspicious, and then this part is fine. I don't know. Insufficient evidence, not guilty of scripting, obviously. Okay, 700 to 800, moving in Indonesia. Yeah, flag. Okay. Oh, I see these classics. I'm looking at the Kabupaten. I know my Kabupaten. Kutai Barat. We got West Kutai. So it's going to be the western part of Eastern Kalimantan. Nice. 700, 800. Is this guy really a Kabupaten knower? Did it say Kalimantan on any of these signs? I don't know what he's looking for now. The other thing is, if he plays a lot of Europa Universalis, Kutai is a nation that's here. That's like when I was first starting out, I used to know a lot of the place names from Europa Universalis. So that Kutai was one that I always saw as something I knew where it was. So it's not completely crazy. And I don't really see him Googling anything here. Does not say Eastern Kalimantan on here. Did you look at anything else? I don't really think. I think maybe he was scanning this area. Maybe he knows Kabupaten. I didn't really see anything suspicious. He didn't look at any of the signs. He's continually moving, so he's like not like got his mouse on another window. Finds Merak, and then he doesn't quite know exactly what area this is. West Kalimantan, uh, western part of Eastern Kalimantan. I don't know. Like, there's nothing really clueable elsewhere, but I guess you could be in. I guess you could know the Kabupaten. You could know something like Kutai. I didn't see anything that made me actually suspicious. Okay. Okay, 700 to 800. Moving. Spain. Yeah. I mean, what? Just click capital, I guess, right? I don't really know where else this would be. Kind of this architecture and such. We got the pedestrian stop sign. I think we've seen enough to probably just send Madrid. Honestly, I would. 700, 800, looking for some bit more confidence. Why is he looking at this dental clinic specifically? No, it said ES on it. And maybe he was looking for some Spain confirmation. It looks like, yeah, the location is just downtown Madrid. I don't know what he's doing taking so long. Oh, that's super weird. That is a weird guess. Honestly, downtown Madrid, that's an acceptable guess. What is this? Tres Cantos? That's weird. I didn't see that anywhere. I did not see that anywhere, right? If maybe like if you've seen this exact location before or you live here, it doesn't say this anywhere, man. Why would you pick this specific town right outside Madrid? What's the logic here? Could Google that, but I don't really see what. That is so weird. Am I missing something and it says this here? He looked at this. He looks at this. Stops are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Opens the map. 1, 2. I don't know. Totally fine. Totally fine. Totally fine. Until he goes to this specific, assume looks like kind of like a commuter town of some kind. Maybe if you live here, I just didn't see anything to suggest it was here. It's just like the red brick, like a super distinct town. I mean, I'll remember this. Maybe a 700 to 800 as well. Maybe this is just beyond my level. I don't know what this is. Insufficient evidence. So weird. But there was nothing that confirmed it for me, but it was just super weird. Something was up there. Something was up there. But like the something could be that he lived there. Okay, next one, moving 700 to 800. Baltic, I guess, whatever. I'm not the best at the Baltic languages. Looks Lithuania, I guess, with the C, I think that's supposed to be. He spent a lot of time looking at that, though, I will say. And then I think he went 5 kilometers. At 700 800, looking at this for too long. How long does he look at this? Can I? Okay, let's see. Here's the test. Can I Google this? Okay, if I open up a window on another tab here, and I watch this, from the moment he sees the sign, with Muslim thing. Okay, now I'm typing. Clicking on the Google Maps link, and I'm zooming out to see where it is. Yeah, okay. That's like the timing on that's like if you were fast and you knew you were gonna Google right away. and then you see where it is on the pin, and then you know like you're 5 away, and he's guessing. I think that this is pretty obvious. Just looking at this and not even looking around. Doesn't look to see what highway he's on. Doesn't look to see if it says Vilnius 1 kilometer away or something. Like in a moving game, I'm always looking for like the most obvious clue, right? Before you end up looking at these small towns. Doesn't really scan, gets the right region. Uh he Googled that. I'm confident. Okay, next one, moving 500 to 600. Looks like Mexico just by the font on the sign. I can tell right away. Looking at the minimap, also looks like Mexico. I think this is Aguascalientes, which is a state in Mexico. So I'm willing to bet that this is Aguascalientes. All right. He's looking for one, two. I mean, it's a long word. It takes a while to type it, but yeah, he looked at that way too long. And now he's looking at the map while still Googling it. I guess he couldn't find it. Why is he scanning now after looking at that? Just pretending? Very confusing behavior, but almost like he's trying to cover it up. Or maybe he saw that. Because, I mean, it just says like hot water. It like pulls up like a list of hot springs in various areas. And then you're like, oh, it is the Mexico state. What is he doing? This is so weird. And then, yeah, zooms in. What is that guess, too? Why is he. I guess you see that you're south of it and you just guess south of it a bit. Sure. He spent a lot of time thinking about that. 500 to 600. See no Mexican states. I don't think it matters if he knows it or not. This is like a minute. He's looking at addresses for hot springs in Mexico before he realizes it's a state. I don't know. He looked that up. He looked up something here because that took so long. He didn't scan. He wasn't even looking on the map. He opened the map, spent more time. I mean, plenty of time. I think that I'm pretty confident that he Googled. I would say 100% confident. Yeah. Okay, 500 to 600 again, moving again. Taking a long time to start up again. Same guy, behavior again. English. It's Philippines, by the way. That's, I thought, pretty clear. This is pavement. Tangub City. I actually had this city recently and know where this is as a result. Like, I saw this recently. It's actually quite easy to spot from a high level zoom if I remember. Like, I found it very fast scanning from left to right. No, I was thinking about Tugum, which is down here on the right, not Tangub. This is much harder to scan for, I guess. So I can't see it from here. This particular part of Mindanao. Why would you even go Mindanao without looking at like your surroundings, kind of the vibes? I don't know. He Googled. You can't convince me he didn't Google that. Okay, 500, 600 moving. Looks like the same guy again, honestly. Australia this time. Looks like. I don't know off the bat. The concrete poles make me think Vic. What did he look at here? What he just looked at something and then turned around. Where life services. Let me immediately go and Google this as fast as I can. Where life services says Hallam, Australia. She spent quite a bit of time. Like he's looked at that. Aha! I'm gonna look at that and I'm gonna type it out and I'm gonna search for it. Now he's looking at this car, or going back to Google and zooming out to see where exactly he needs to be. He'll clicking right on Hallam here. I think he looked at where life services, which is English, so it's easy enough to remember. You don't need to keep looking at it when you Google. He's like, aha, look at it. Turn around. Google. Here's me Googling. Search it up. Comes up on the screen. I see it. I can click on it. Yeah, and then oh yeah, I'm still moving. I'm still moving. I have it in my map on the other screen right now. Looking at this. Oh shit! I realized that it zooms all the way in. Where is this? Aha! And then he goes. Yeah, I mean the timing on this is exactly what it would be had you been googling it the two times that I said that I think he was. And I mean, didn't look at any of the polls. Didn't look at any of the architecture. He looked nowhere. Didn't zoom in on anything. And looked at this espresso mobile care car that like, and then zoomed in right on that spot. I think he's obviously Googled where life services. Next case. It's an interesting one. English. Yellow plate. Oh, this is Gibraltar. Just look at that rock. Right? 700, 800, no moving. I mean, you got the UK plates. You got these rocks. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Nothing suspicious here. Nothing suspicious. If you've seen it before, you've seen it before, and you can get it easily. Pretty obviously legit. I'm not sure where this is right now, actually. Italy or Greece? It looks like it's Greece. Did he plonk right perfectly 5K here? Wow, he 5K'd this and then moved off of it. Is this the same person who did the Gibraltar one? I thought I noticed something like that happen. I mean, I thought it was a pretty obvious Gibraltar, but this is probably the same person. And I might have missed that the fact that there was like the 5K space plonk. Yeah, I mean, this is a script. And sorry if I missed that last one because that was. I mean, Gibraltar is so small. If I'm like going in and I'm just clicking on it and clicking on it, I'm like, oh yeah, now the rock is here, and I'm going over here ish because the rock is here, and I could see where the rock was, right? So I don't know. This is clearly a scripter. That's there's no question about that. Next here, 700, 800 in Bangladesh. Yes, Bangladesh. What the fuck? Yeah, this isn't. Yeah, this is. That was insane. And now, what are you doing? You're wasting time. You already had the 5K. Like, I mean, this is insanely obvious scripting. This is totally the. I totally missed that with the Gibraltar one. I'm sorry. That was. Look at these pixels. I can tell that this is still had by these pixels. Yeah, bro. Guilty of scripting, no doubt about it. 5K from space, crazy. All right, 600 to 700, no moving in Australia. Vic or NSW? Give me NSW here. Send middle. Glenn Davis. Is he gonna Google Glenn Davis? Frantically Googling Glenn Davis right now. Glenn Davis. Glenn Davis. No, he's a basket. Glenn Davis is an American former basketball player nicknamed Baby Beluga. He played for the Boston Celtics, Orlando Magic, Los Angeles Clippers, and the St. John's Edge. Okay, bro. Right on it. No shot you didn't Google that. We got lots of cases today. Last time I did this, we only had 20 or so or whatever. I don't know. Okay, no moving, 600 to 700. Churchill, Manitoba, with these signs. I've seen these before. Spending a lot of time here. And, like, what else are you going to find? No, seriously, if you know that this is Churchill, which you have all the clues to do so, and you have the street sign, you have the intersection, just zoom in and 5K it. How good was it, guys? This is super suspicious because it's so bad. Honestly, that's the issue. Why wouldn't you just, if you knew this was Churchill and you have the street signs, 5K it. Just do it. Why spend 20 seconds here? I think he Googled Orcade Road. What happens if I Google Orcade? Orcade just by itself. Nothing. Orcade Road, was it? Say? Orcade Bay. Orcade Bay, Churchill, Manitoba. Yep. I think he searched this up. Seems obvious. All right, 600 to 700 moving in South Africa. Gen 2 South Africa. Looking around, of course. See what you got. Moving down the road, moving down the road. He's moving. He's moving quickly. Skip through if he's moving. Doing a lot of moving. Yeah, that's fine. It's a moving game. Okay, found the sign. How much time this is left? I think he's probably going to search this up. Because, I don't know. 600 to 700, I wouldn't expect them to know the numbering system and how you find the state that has the fours in it. But they are spending quite a bit of time looking at nothing. Okay, we've had more than enough time to Google this already. Yeah, it's incredibly suspicious, incredibly bad. And then eventually, what is this? Fucking 5 minutes. Yep. Doesn't look at the landscape really. Zooms along. First sign, 5 minutes. Search it up. Great guess. You Googled it. 100 moving in Montenegro? Yeah. Just that pedestrian sign. Looking at the sun. Make sure it's not South Greece. Looking at that sign. Bachichi or whatever. I don't know. Not really very much to say about that. Looking at domains, there is what looks like a Montenegro domain there on. He didn't really zoom in on it in particular, but it was on that truck. Too small of a country for me to bother region guessing this, so I don't know really what we're doing anymore. You got the coast here. I think you've got the seeds here to make a pretty good guess, regardless of whether or not you're searching something up. You got the country, domain, coast. Okay, I mean this is kind of weird. Leaving Bachichi, entering that place, spending a lot of time looking at this. I don't think you need to do this even. Like, obviously this guy's searching this up at this point, but you don't even need to do this. You just look at the coast. Like, honestly, you see the place name and you just look at the coast. It's obviously going to be there. I mean, he didn't zoom right in on it, but like, whatever. Yeah, he Googled that. I'm pretty confident. 100% confident. Okay, lots of cases. Yeah, having a fun time. We got moving 800 to 900 in Swedish road lines with the Swedish yield signs with the Swedish language. I know the fact that he's still moving around a little bit. Okay, now he's not going to move around. He is Googling this. And where's he guessing? This is such a specific guess. Didn't scan, got a great guess, didn't even look the rest of this country. Zooming in on a very specific spot here, yep. But basically, found a sign, paused for a long time, didn't even scan, went right for it, got a great guess. They Googled that. Okay, we got moving 800 to 900 in North America. USA, I guess, yeah. Spent a lot of time looking at that Coal Valley sign. Again, when there's English text, something that I kind of thought about and intuited is that you can remember it easier. So you don't necessarily need to be looking at the sign anymore. Oh God, get us out of this coverage. Holy shit. Okay. Was there anything to indicate Idaho here? Still Googling it. Like, honestly, like, you can get a very specific guess. He zoomed right in on this suburb of Boise. I don't even know. Didn't say Meridian. Didn't say Idaho. Spent a lot of time zooming in and out. Maybe he's on his phone. Found it. Zoomed in. He Googled it. 100%. Another great session of keeping the streets of GeoGuessr and your duels free from cheaters. Hopefully some of these guys get banned because there were some crazy scripters this time. Like the video. See ya.